Hi everyone, I'm Dragon with you. So today we'll see how we did the mutation called Flip My Base on map Missed Opportunities together with Xlink, and we played Artanis and Fenix. So why did I choose Artanis? Because when you are trying to protect the bots, you need to protect them almost in 3 points of the map at the same time. So warping in may be useful. While Phoenix is a nice commander who is able to go fast sky, and as a result we will not have trouble in sky. And in general there are 3 mutators. The first one says that missiles are spread around the map, including nuclear missiles. Then lasers are around, they just hit your units and they follow them. The third one says that when your structure is destroyed, it goes to the opponent, and as a result it is preferable not to lose the structures. The first and the third mutators are kind of a combo, so missiles destroy your protective towers while they go to the enemy, and so your photon cannons will hit your units instead of the enemies as soon as they are destroyed. Okay, so as you can see, this mutation took a while, so let's be a bit fast. Yeah. So I would like to highlight the play of my ally.
Been here a while.
See?
In case you are real, someone out there's been messing with my heart.
So as you can see, he goes right into the sky. And I wrote to check about ground units so that he can counter anti-ground units such as immortals or disruptors. I mean, if they don't have the target, they will hit the bots, and that's bad. So in general we've got 2 Protoss. The first one will go Skytos, it's Xlink, and I will go ground Protoss. So Artanis is a great ground Protoss because his Dragoons are very powerful, much better than Stalkers. And Dragoon plus Immortal plus Zealot is the universal type of army. Well, my ally just can go into Scouts plus Carriers, and that's it. So Protoss power, guys. Meanwhile, as you can see, many missiles are around, and
Should be opening up soon.
here comes the Dragoon. So plus 20 health, and basically the range can be upgraded. My top panel ability helped me to dodge attacks. And you need some static defense around, guys. So while you're attacking, the missiles should not deal too much damage. So I will get cannons too, as you can see. And here comes the laser. Fortunately, it does not affect the harvesting bots. It's very important because otherwise this mutation would be too hard, I think. So Phoenix has 3 costumes. This one is like a Dragoon, and now it's okay because he can get splash damage, and it's effective against ranged units basically. We decided to ignore the additional quests because we needed to concentrate, guys. So my ally doesn't have Phoenix of level 90 master aiming. We decided that it will be enough. So as you can see, I'm trying to kite the enemy units, and it's kind of okay. So while you have some time, you need to place the second base because economy is very important in this mutation. You need to place cannons all around not to get nuked. And basically, as you can see, you need to control your unit. So I tried to get this laser out of the battle, but I simply won some time. And here comes the enemy. So as you can see, it's some kind of a Sky Protoss plus Adepts, and his Adepts are able to fight against the Sky 2 guys. So remember that fact when you play Mutation. So these guys can attack air units as well. And it is preferable to build heavy air units because against light they are effective. So Scouts are armored and Carriers are armored. My ally has a nice sky force while I'm just walking around the ground. And here comes the special upgrades. So they will be soon, +2 range and +20 life. My top panel also is very useful. Not only because I can destroy enemy units, but because I can destroy the nukes in fact. So when you see the nuke coming, you can just go orbital strike and it will not be there, guys. So what's the problem, you would ask? Just get cannons around and no problem. Not exactly, because as you can see, except of just fighting with our enemies, we need to get something against the nukes. So I'll pause the game for now. So let's see, when the nuke is coming, we can destroy it. Any nuke can be destroyed actually. But sometimes there are drones which avoid being hit, so nuke type 2, more powerful than the first one, and soon nuclear nukes will be around. And oh, yes, I caught the moment. So as you can see now, the nukes are supported with special drones. So these drones are destroying your hits from dragoons, from immortals, and as a result they are effective against heavy hits. But units like bunkers or marines, maybe interceptors, they deal straight damage, so they just are useless against them. But I have trouble using my dragoons. Okay, so as I already told, the Belcher gliders will be ignored in this mission. We wanted to focus on the main aim. But potentially we could do that actually, because as you can see, we just have the army all the time. Now there are 2 lasers around and we need to be careful. So Sky Protoss plus Land Protoss. Finally I got the first upgrade. And actually I will say that Dragoons are very effective against armored units, as you can see. So unlike Stalkers, they have more damage and actually more range. That's why I prefer Dragoons. And Immortals are specialists in killing armored units as well. Plus they have the barrier and they can tank. That's why I use the Dragoon Immortal mix. While my ally has just carriers and scouts, and that's more than enough because we've got Sky plus Land and the enemy plays actually Sky plus Land too. I'm happy about that. That's why we just destroy them each time. But don't get near to the laser. Okay, and now as you can see, the situation changed. So the groups of missiles went more often from all the sides, and you need to protect your bases around. As you can see, I got some cannons, but it's maybe not enough, guys. But for now, everything seems fine.
By my calculations, the Belcher glider is going to die soon. You don't have much time left to save it.
So as you can see, you have to do something all the time. You need to destroy the missiles, you need to avoid lasers because they are kind of powerful. And you need static defense. So as you can see, I got cannons almost in every single part. And here one cannon got against me, so I needed to destroy it. Yes. And here comes the boom. So look at the map. This nuclear missile should be destroyed to prevent heavy damage.
Really just let that thing die? And I thought I knew you.
Yes, as I told you, we have an army, but we just didn't want to care about that. More cannons, guys, and look. That's what I'm talking about. When you see the nuclear cannon, the nuclear missile, your stalkers may not be enough to destroy it because your hits will be dodged by this army of drones. As a result, your top panel ability deals straight damage. It is not countered, as you can see. and as a result the nuke will not work. That's how we do it. Meanwhile, my ally defends from the enemy, but there's the hybrid. And as you noticed, the interceptors are not very effective against the hybrid. As a result, I knew that we'll need an immortal around, and I will bring it there. So, immediate warp in, and immediate end, and look at this. So I've got many cannons around actually. But there are 5 drones destroying this, and I'm not able to do something. So see, 5 cannons is not enough to dodge the nuke. They are just going through all my base and going to the poor Xlinkus, producing a great boom. Yes. That was painful. And that was actually my fault, because I had the orbital strike, but I was fighting here. As you can see, I noticed what happened, and now I'm suffering from lasers, so this mutation is kind of irritating. So you need to watch the nukes, the lasers, enemy attacks, and so on. Another nuke. So when you hear that sound, it means that you need to watch the minimap where it goes and destroy it, basically. Exactly what we did. See? So 5 drones, we're trying to fight, but it's hard, and finally we did it. Okay, let's make it a bit faster. So as you can see, our army is kind of powerful. Don't forget upgrades, and actually that's it. The harvesting bots are around. And look.
I'm picking up some hostile forces headed for my bots.
So now, see the same situation. The nuke is coming. Last time I just was distracted and I didn't do anything. This time I will try to do something with it. So I immediately... Yes. Yes, guys. That's what happens. Why did it happen? Because here I had an army of enemy and I needed to fight. So all my army and my attention was concentrated here, as you see. And I missed the nuke. Fortunately now I suffered, not my ally. And look at this. So as soon as you get such a nuke, your cannons will be your enemy's cannons actually. Fortunately, the pylon survived, and as a result they are not active for now. But it's the question of time. So, the right bot is protected by my ally, while this bot is protected by me. This bot, actually. As I already told, dragoons are kind of effective, and I want to focus your attention on a little moment. So, as you can see, now the pylon was destroyed, unfortunately. So it went to the enemy previously, and as a result all these 14 cannons went to Eminent's forces. So 5 cannons are against me, I used warp in, and finally I got rid of them. But that's very irritating, guys. So your cannons may fight against you, be ready for that. I've got the warp in, so it's okay. Another nuke. As you can see, dragoons are not effective, but the orbital strike destroys it instantly. Another nuke. So guys, that's why I recommend you to play Artanis, because you can warp in, because you can dodge nukes using your top panel ability easily. So see that the nuke I just can't destroy it because 5 drones are around, and I need to do something here. The attack will be removed, but the nuke, look at this. So that's the answer. Just focus the nuke and everything's fine. But meanwhile, while I was focusing, some of my dragoons went into the laser, and yes, when you have a great army, it's a problem. So 3 lasers are present right now. And meanwhile, madness comes into the allies' base. So that's exactly what happens when your cannons go to Amon, and your pylon goes to Amon too. The result is on your screen, so your base fights against itself. Okay. Another nuke. So, as you can see, the amount of nukes is high, but the main targets are nuclear missiles. So, the living terrazine extractor, I thought that, okay, let's show what we can. Another nuke, let's see. So, again, I focused it using my orbital strike, and another nuke. I even used my ultimate ability Solar Bombarding to save the ally, because I don't want him to die from nuclear bombs around. And that's the last place where we need to clean everything. Must sky toss, guys. Fortunately, the interceptors are good against nukes too. As you can see, they can destroy it actually, because the amount of hits is high and they cannot be dodged, unlike my dragoons. And I ran here. Fortunately, the teleportation ability, I mean swap suits, is good to win some time. And here we got all the armies together, so it's kind of okay. The only thing to carry is lasers, guys. So, as you can see, they deal heavy damage. Yes. So, we have some things to do. We need to get rid of the lasers. We need to watch this nuke coming somewhere, right? So, we simply don't have time to save the additional mission. And as you can see, I even wasted against the nuke. So, as I told you, this mutation is kind of irritating, because you need to watch the lasers, your units will constantly go through the lasers. Fortunately, I have this Guardian Shield, so it's kind of okay, but still it's irritating. And the nukes, of course, so now the gate belongs to Amon, and that's bad. But in general, we are cleaning the map, and the nuke is going through our army, and it will be dead soon. Yes. And the final battle, guys. I don't have the ultimate ability, but my army is strong. As you remember, I used it to help my ally against the nuclear bomb. As a result, I'll need to fight with my army, but Xlink is here, and he helps a lot actually. So as you can see, I'm just trying to get out of the lasers, and it makes me some hard time, but as a result, I'm still effective. And all we need to do now is protect the drone and destroy this nuke. I don't have the top panel ability, but I have more cannons than usually, and I have the ultimate ability. Yes. So, as you can see, I used my solar bombardment against nukes more than against units actually. So it means that our army is effective, and we don't need to care about every single attack. We are good enough to dodge them with the army. So that's how we did it. So we won the brutal mutation together with Xlink, and I would like to say about some tips. So the first one is watch your units all the time. So whenever you have lasers on the map and some of your units are near, you need to focus on that and get rid of the lasers. So you can walk somewhere to get the laser out, or you can just put your army somewhere else. Don't forget about that. Tip number 2, when the nukes go, I mean nuclear bombs, remember that heavy units like dragoons or maybe scouts even, I mean units which have a single powerful attack, will be dodged as well as your cannons potentially, because the drones just hit your hits actually, and as a result you can't focus the nuke. And finally, that's why you need to focus on nuclear bombs. And the last tip, watch all the drones at the same time. So if your ally is late or if your army is somewhere else, you'll need to have some kind of an ability to make an army straightforward. So have enough resources to win enough time to help the drone. As you can see in this particular mission, we lost 0 drones, and I think that the mission went pretty well. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and see you in my next videos. Good luck to you.